Hello, I am Creative Owl, and I will be instructing you on how to use Bubble.us, a brainstorming map made simple. And the first step is to click on the web browser you like to use. This can be Google Chrome, this could be Safari, it could be Firefox, or Internet Explorer, whichever one you feel comfortable with. And once the web browser is open, type into the URL bubbl.us and hit enter. Okay, now that we're here at the home page, as you can see, there are a few options that we can select from. One, if you see yourself using this a lot and wanting to create an account and have your stuff saved on the website, you can click register and go through the steps to create an account. If you already have a pre-existing account, then all you need to do is sign in and begin where you left off the last time you were here. Or the other option, if you don't see yourself using this as much or you don't want to create an account, you can go down to the bottom where it says start brainstorming without signing in. So this is a nice option if you don't want to create an account. After clicking start brainstorming without signing in, as you will notice, this is the opening screen, and a bubble right here in the center is ready for you where it says start here. In here you can select your main idea that you want to expand upon, and basically this is your starting point for where you want to start. As you will notice that in the options on the top, you'll see they give you a few options for the screen, and they are: you can fit everything in this menu window that you're given to fill the entire screen, or within the tab screen of your browser, you can zoom to fit your mind map in the viewing area of what you want to see. So if you just want to focus on this box, you can go to the zoom to fit area option here and just focus right here. Another option that you're given is the select and manipulative options for your mind map, meaning you can edit, paste, copy, those kind of options. Okay, and in the same area of the viewing menu bar on the top, you'll see on the other side some other options that we can pick from as well. We are given an option to share your mind map, but in order to do so, you have to be registered. So that's the one downside about that, but you're still able to do your mind map without having to be registered. There's other options that you can do to save your mind map, print your mind map, and still get the information that you need with what you worked on. So the next option here is that you can save your mind map to your computer. The next one is you can view your mind map on a full screen to get an overview of what it might look like if you were to view it. The next option is you can print your mind map through your computer onto your printer. And then as you're working on your mind map, you're given two other options, such as undo and redo and editing on your mind map that you might not want to, say, for example, you deleted, or you want to go back to what you had before. So you're given those options there. And as you'll notice at the bottom, you're given, in the bottom right corner, you're given a green plus circle button, which allows you to add more bubble boxes for your mind map. So after you have your main idea here in the center, and you want another box to build your map, all you do is click this button and another box will appear. While I was working, I gave my main box a title. I titled it Educational Vouchers, and I added another new box in called How Are They Good? As you can see on my green box here, on one of my viewpoints, that you can add a box and link the boxes to either the right side or below it. And while you work, you can see the shortcut options that appear while you work in the space of the mapping canvas. And these will make it easier for you to make your mind map with shortcuts where you might not want to click all the time. And as you can see, when you click on one of your boxes and it highlights the box, you're given an array of additional options for your boxes. You can format the toolbar, which is this option box here that popped up, to however you would like. The other option is you can choose the layout for your mind map. Another option is you can connect arrows and lines from thought to thought, or in this case from box to box on your thoughts and your process of your brain mapping. Within the box itself, you can also embed or attach a file. Now, I've made this mistake before, but this does not mean you X out of the toolbar for that box. This actually means you delete your bubble. So this bubble right here, if I were to click it, it would delete this box. So this is more for deleting the bubble, not getting out of the toolbox for the bubble. The other option you're given is you can change the text color or bubble color here in this option. The next one, and it's very simple formatting too, you're allowed to bold your text if you want to bold it. You can italicize it if you want your text to be italicized. Another option you're given here, if you click it, you're given the options to align your text to the right, to the left, or centered within your box. And you can change the text size by clicking this option right here to either increase it or decrease it, or just to keep it normal text size that they have for you. Now, I wasn't able to fully understand and know what this option was, but you're free to explore it yourself if you would like to. That from my main idea down here, educational vouchers, I linked an arrow from the main idea to a viewpoint on the main idea directly above of how they are good. I will show this option of how you can link boxes a little later, but as of right now, I've added another box where I added an opposing viewpoint saying how they are bad. I want to change the color of the box, and to do that, and in order to do that, I'm going to click that box so it's highlighted as you see now. And in the options of that toolbar box that you saw before, you're going to go to the text and highlight or bubble color option box right here. You're going to click it. As you see, an arrow below it shows up and pops open your options for those bubble color and text color. So I'm not going to change the text color, but I'm going to change the bubble color by under bubble color, click it. It'll automatically always do yellow as the color. But if you want to change it, you can select whatever color option you would like that they have here for you. So I basically am going to select red, and since the text is black, I'm going to pick a lighter color of red. So after you click it, the color will appear, and then you have a different colored box, and I've added it onto my different viewpoint. You can see I have two different viewpoints connected to my main idea that I'm going to plan on writing about, connected by two arrows or lines. So as you can see, my opposing viewpoint, how they are bad, I chose the color red, and I decided I couldn't really see the text that well, so I changed it to white. And the other viewpoint, which I had before, which is now green, over here. Now, in order to do the arrow link from your main idea to your viewpoint to your other viewpoint, all you need to do is select the starting box, and you got to think about it like a flow chart. So wherever you want to start with. So you click it, and then you get that highlighted box around it. So from our main point, do so. Click the arrow option that you see in the toolbar for the box. So you will click it, and then go over to the other box you want, and then you'll see these arrows show up. So they're kind of transparent, but they'll show up, and as you go to the other box, you click the box, and the arrow is then created. So you can do that from whatever box you would like. So if I wanted to create one from here to here, you can, just by clicking this box. It's now highlighted. Click the arrow option, and then start and go over and click the other box, and then you'll see an arrow that will appear after you click it. Okay, so from my main point, educational vouchers, I'm going to focus on one of my viewpoints of the main idea, which is how are they good? And so from here, I want to break it down even further to research this idea or this viewpoint into different areas that I can research in to support this viewpoint. And as you can see, I added in boxes, and you can add them in by pressing the green plus button down in the far right hand corner. Add the boxes in, and I broke it into separate categories such as implications, effects, outcomes, and research. To change the color and text and everything, I simply clicked on the box. So for example, just implications. Once that is selected, the toolbox options will show like this. And all I did was I changed the bubble color here to the sky blue that I picked. I changed the text to be bold and italic. And I wanted to increase the size of the text, so I went to the text size here and increased the size. As you can see, I also connected my train of thoughts from the viewpoint to the research areas in which I want to support the viewpoint. So as you can see, I already did implications and effects. I am now, same thing, I'm going to click the main viewpoint here. The toolbar will show up. I'm going to click on the arrow, and from there I'm going to go from the viewpoint to outcomes, click outcomes, and then your arrow will show and appear after you clicked it. Same thing goes for research. Click on how are they good, my viewpoint. The menu bar will show up here. Click on the arrow icon, and then go down to research, and you'll see that an invisible arrow will show. In order to have that arrow be applied, click on research or your box that you want to connect to, and it will appear. Okay, and as you see, I developed my brain map even further. So I started with educational vouchers and the two viewpoints, how are they bad and how are they good. From the one viewpoint, how are they good, I broke it up into even further brain mapping based on the supporting research I want to provide for that viewpoint. So as you saw, I had implications, the effects, the outcomes, and the research. I connected the arrows from the viewpoint to the different boxes. I change the box color by going to the color bubble or bubble color and text color option and picked what I wanted for each. In this case, I did sky blue. I also selected it to be bold and italics. And as I mentioned before, I also increased the text size just to separate it up even further. Now I developed my brain mapping even further by, from each of these boxes here of the different areas I want to focus on supporting research, I added in more boxes to focus it on the different areas to cover for the supporting research. And for these boxes, I did teachers, students, the school, and parents. And for these boxes, I did the same thing. I changed the bubble color by clicking on that option and clicking which color I would like. And for the text, I just changed it to bold and increased the text size for each of these here. And then from the implications box, or this, one of these boxes here, all I did was I click on the box here, then click on the arrow icon, and then go to the corresponding bubble box that you want to follow your train of thought. So for this one, I did implications, clicked on the arrow icon and went to each of these boxes one by one. As you can see, I now have arrows that go from one to each. And then I'll explain as to why I added on this bubble here and another option you can do, which could be interesting with attaching a file with this icon. Okay, so as I mentioned before, I added a box down here because I was going to show you how to attach a file to a bubble box. So first things first, add a bubble box by clicking on the red plus green button in the bottom right hand corner. You have your bubble box. Click your bubble box, and then the toolbar options will show just like this. And then what you want to select is the attach file icon, which is right here. So you click it, and then your computer attach file screen window will open up like this. So for me, I have a Mac. This is what it's going to look like. If you have a Windows, it'll show up differently, and however it shows up for you. And so what you want to do is you want to find and select from your computer upload screen box here the file that you would like to upload. So you click it. So for me, I have this schoolhouse image that I like to attach. Go down. For me, I'm going to go down, click open. For you, it might be insert or load. And then after doing so, the file should open and attach within the box itself. Okay, so when I try to attach a file to this bubble box, I was unsuccessfully able to do so, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's because you have to be an account holder with them on their website, or there's certain specifications as to what kind of document type it's supposed to be, the size that it's supposed to be. So going through this with the free version without signing in option, they didn't really tell you exactly what you needed to do in order to attach a file. Okay, once you've reached the point or the end of where you're done creating your mind map and you need a copy or a record of it, you can choose a few options available to you if you selected the Start Brain Mapping option without signing in. And that is, if you go up to the top menu bar here, click what looks like to be the download icon, you're given three options. You can save your mind map as a JPEG to your computer. You can save as a PNG image to your computer, or you can save to your computer as an HTML outline. Another option that you can do to get your mind map is to have a physical copy by selecting the print option icon right here, and you can print it out and have a paper copy of your mind map. The end of the instructional video on how to use Bubble.us, the brainstorming made simple. I hope that this was helpful in understanding how to use it, and I'd like to say thank you and have a very great day.